First off, I'd like to talk about the engineering difficulties we've encountered in building the robot arm. We 3D printed all the components, and many of the parts came out to be defective. And sometimes printed part came out to be bent or with details missing. We have a very strict size requirement, so any minute error will have to be sanded down or reprinted. And the JST connector, which will save us so much time by allowing us to plug and unplug the wires easily, is extremely difficult to assemble. We had to allocate a lot of time soldering and crimping to get the JST connector working. The engineering of the power enclosures, where the power distribution system is located, is also hard to assemble and took us a lot of time. We had to get about 100 wires to connect in the correct order. It is not only tedious, difficult, but also physically challenging, as we have to work in between the gaps in the wires. We have to check the continuity of every single wire with a multimeter to make sure that everything connects properly. The code for the open source robot arm is based on Python, which is a language that none of the team members had laid hands on. We had to start from scratch. However, since all the team members had an adequate amount of experience with coding, it is not too hard to start off with Python. The Python syntax is surprisingly easy to understand and work with. The first thing that we had to do with the Python coding is to find a suitable package for exporting the information that's sent back from the Steam VR controller. We settled down on using the getCoordinateQuaternion function that in the Triarch OpenVR package to obtain the 6 coordinates. The coordinates are then passed into the moveXYZ function of the open source code of the robot arm, which powers the functions and that allows the arm to move to the correct position. However, even though passing along 6 numbers might sound really easy, it is really frustrating to see the bugs appear one after another. Wrong data type, misuse of syntax, and even computer crashing. Virtually everything could be a factor for the month of debugging process. It was an extraordinary moment to finally see the program running at the end of 1 month of debugging without any interruption. When we run through Steam VR, we have to set up the room perfectly so that it aligns with the coordinates of the arm's current position, so that when we move the controller, the arm would move in the same direction. Moreover, the tracking data of the controller are recorded as really small numbers, so we had to find a constant that reasonably size up and amplify the movement of our robot arm so that it moves in a reasonably direction and distance when the VR controller changes location. That's it for this video. Thank you.